Bree had started to realize her world was unraveling, and for a woman who despised loose ends, that was unacceptable.
Unraveling, meaning coming apart or being solved. Example: after hours of investigation, the complex story began unraveling. Despised, meaning hated or looked down on. Example: his dishonest actions made him despised by his peers. Loose ends, meaning unresolved details or unfinished parts. Example: the meeting ended with several loose ends that needed further discussion.
Of course, if I don't start getting some sleep pretty soon, I'll be forced to move back upstairs out of sheer exhaustion.
Sheer, meaning complete or absolute, often used to emphasize the intensity or degree of something. Example: her sheer determination helped her overcome every obstacle. Exhaustion, meaning extreme tiredness or fatigue. Example: the long hike left her in a state of exhaustion.
Paul never likes to have people over, but to heck with him, I'm doing it.
So when is this shindig?
How about a month from tonight?
Shindig, meaning a lively party or celebration. Example: the neighborhood shindig featured music, dancing, and delicious food.
We didn't exactly forget. It's just usually when the hostess dies, the party's off.
Annette!
I'm not being flip. I'm just pointing out a reality.
Being flip, meaning acting in a casual, offhand, or even slightly disrespectful manner. Example: her flip response made it clear she wasn't taking the meeting seriously.
And this whole thing about us taking tennis lessons?
Well, the nurses at your office may start wondering why you're disappearing 3 times a week. Tennis lessons are a plausible alibi.
Plausible, meaning seeming reasonable or probable. Example: it is plausible that the traffic caused the delay. Alibi, meaning a claim or evidence that someone was elsewhere when a crime occurred. Example: his alibi confirmed he was at home during the incident.
Excuse me, Brandy. Do you mind? Oh, okay.
Wait, Susan, you're right there. You can pick it up.
I could, but she's the one who threw it.
Come on, don't be petulant. Just pick up the stupid can.
Petulant, meaning childishly sulky or bad-tempered. Example: her petulant behavior made the meeting awkward.
Maybe when you die, I won't put in an obituary.
That would be your choice to make. Assuming you outlive me.
Obituary, meaning a notice of a person's death, often with a short biography of his many achievements. Example: she read the obituary to learn more about the life of the local artist.
So did Mike say anything?
No, but God, you should have seen the look on his face.
I'm sure it's not that bad. I mean, he's coming to the party, right?
I left 3 messages. No, he's not gonna come. Big surprise. I did everything but foam at the mouth. God, I hate when I get that way.
Did everything but form at the mouth, meaning this phrase suggests that someone completed every required step or action except for the final verbal presentation or expression.
Oh, and doctor, if what he's about to discuss has anything to do with adultery, prostitution, or internet pornography, I would really appreciate you taking a moral hard line.
Taking a moral hard line, meaning adopting a strict, uncompromising stance on moral or ethical issues. Example: his moral hard line meant he never compromised on honesty, even under pressure.
The boys will be hungry at 5:30, so put the fish sticks in the toaster oven at 5 o'clock.
For a half an hour, honey. I know it. It's the 3rd time you've told me.
Well, the food's late. God help you.
Beautiful. I don't need a pamphlet. It's not brain surgery.
Pamphlet, meaning a small printed booklet or brochure that provides information or arguments about a specific topic. Example: the museum handed out a pamphlet explaining the history of the exhibit.
Brandy and I have plans tomorrow. I suggest you wing it.
Oh.
Wing it, meaning to do something without planning or preparation, to improvise. Example: he didn't rehearse for the play, so he had to wing it on stage.
I know what just happened is funny in theory, but I'm nowhere near ready to laugh about it, so please, no jokes.
Funny in theory, meaning an idea or plan that sounds logical or appealing when discussed conceptually, but may not work well in practice. Example, the proposal to fix the city's traffic by simply adding more lanes was funny in theory.
We're not really taking tennis lessons, Carlos.
You're not.
That's a story Bree concocted to cover the fact that we're seeing a marriage counselor.
Concocted meaning invented or fabricated, typically by mixing various elements. Example, she concocted a plan to surprise her friend on her birthday.
Everyone knows her secret now. Did the sky fall? Has your life come crashing down?
Life come crashing down, meaning this phrase describes a sudden, overwhelming collapse of one's life, where multiple aspects seem to fail or fall apart at once. Example, her perfect world came crashing down after the scandal was revealed.
Okay, I gotta break the ice here. So you're in counseling, big deal. You want humiliation? I'll give you humiliation. I locked myself out of my house stark naked and got caught by Mike.
Oh my God, when did this happen?
Today, right before the party.
What can I say? Right place, right time.
I think I can top that. Try getting thrown out of Disneyland for lewd behavior.
What? When was this?
When
Break the ice, meaning to initiate conversation or interaction in order to relieve tension or awkwardness, especially among strangers. Example, when the group was silent, he told a funny story to break the ice. Stark, meaning complete, sheer, or sharply clear, often describing something as unembellished or bare. Example, the difference between the two proposals was stark. Lewd, meaning exhibiting crude or offensive sexual humor, indecent or obscene. Example, the comedian's lewd joke was not well received by the audience.
Rex gone for good?
I don't know. God, I hope not. I mean, they've always been wound a little tight, but I've never seen them like that. Then again, who am I to judge?
Gone for good, meaning permanently gone, not coming back. Example, the abandoned building was demolished and gone for good. Wound tight, meaning tightly coiled or tense, often describing something that is wound up or under tension. Example, before her big speech, her nerves were wound tight.
So how was your dinner party?
Well, there was dinner, but it wasn't much of a party.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. Rex announced that he and Bree are in counseling. She retaliated with this whole revelation, which I won't even go into now, and the bottom line is he stormed out. Clearly there's trouble in paradise.
Retaliate, meaning to return an attack or action, often in response to an earlier provocation. Example, she retaliated after being unfairly criticized. Revelation, meaning a surprising fact or piece of information that was previously unknown. Example, the film offered a revelation that left the audience in awe. Stormed out, meaning to leave a place abruptly and angrily. Example, frustrated by the discussion, she stormed out immediately.
Just a second. Mom, don't worry, I'm not packing heat. Hey, Brandy, could you scoot a little?
Packing heat, meaning to be carrying a concealed firearm or weapon, often used in slang. Example, in the movie, the tough character was always packing heat for protection.
Brandy, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. It was uncalled for and childish, and it won't happen again. I have built up a lot of anger towards you.
Uncalled, meaning not necessary, justified, or appropriate, something that wasn't needed or deserved. Example, the uncalled criticism left everyone speechless.